People from the Uwalipa Nation, Wagwan, the Makwal Media Chief Panditinga, better known as the Heistmaster. You don't know, real men don't hide and talk. That's why we always come to live from the Heistfxacademy, where it gets hotter than lava, and we always keep it simple, nice and easy. And this is the documentation of my road to 200k in funding. And as you're speaking, at the moment, I already passed the first one with just one trade, one shot, and again, I already passed the second phase with another one trade, one shot, and what is that? I believe the future is so bright. That's why I need my shades on. Come on, yeah. All right, Panditing. Without wasting much of your time, straight to today's analysis. Yeah, my people. I was trading US. No, this time I was not trading US 30. I was trading Nasdaq, yeah. So these are futures or maybe indices, yeah. So they usually move kind of the same way, the same as Euro USD and GBP USD, yeah. So those are one of them favorite pairs that me usually trade when I want to trade, yeah. Now, at the end of the analysis, of course, I usually give a takeaway home lesson, and today I want to say what is today's lesson, yeah. Sometimes you can be right in the market, but then the markets can humble you, like teach you a lesson, yeah. And sometimes the market can postpone your victory so that you can learn, have the experience, and rejoice in the earlier stages, yeah. So keep it simple, nice and easy. And this is how we started our trade analysis of Nasdaq, yeah. So over the last week, remember last week was president's election, and the markets have been crazy, pushing up and up, moving like crazy, like you don't know, yeah. Now, after every impulsive move we usually have in the market, we always wait for that recollection, yeah, which is maybe a temporary pause of the market so that it can retrace back to some levels and feel maybe the areas of inefficiency in the market so that we can continue breaking up and creating new higher highs, yeah. Now, when I was coming to the market, remember this was on Monday after having a crazy week of volume in the market, which was a buying volume of the market. In the market, all of them markets were making higher highs, yeah. And for example, Bitcoin made the highest high in history, yeah. As we are talking, I believe Bitcoin is at 88,000, yeah. What an investment for those Bitcoin holders, yeah. They're smiling all the way, yeah. Now the game is always patience based at the end of the game, yeah. Now, what I was looking for in the market as I was coming is to try to catch now, because on Monday I usually believe there's no more momentum or there's no much volume in the market, yeah. So I was trying to catch now the pullback or the reversal, or when now the market is doing a recollection after an impulsive move in the market, yeah. Now, when I came in the market, pretty much, so I'll be sharing the photos here and I'll be screen recording at the end, yeah. So what I had seen here on Monday is, as always, you usually have the vacuum block. Let me screen record here so that my people can be with me, yeah. I don't want to mislead anybody. I don't want to lose focus for the Heistmasters, yeah. Now this is what exactly I was seeing. Remember, after the market, now this is the 15 minutes time frame. You can see the pair is NAS 100, which is basically Nasdaq, and this is now the challenge I was doing, yeah. Now, after we had this big massive move in the market on Monday open, what I had seen was this vacuum block as always there. And I told you these vacuum blocks are usually common in futures and indices. They are mostly common in US 30, Nasdaq, yeah, because when the volume closes on Friday and now Monday opens with maybe volume to the opposite direction or pushes away from where it closed, we now have that area of inefficiency left there. And most of the time the market usually comes and fills that area because it is an area of inefficiency, or rather what we call an area of imbalance in the market, yeah. Now, after I'd seen that and it was just slightly above, now after we had that vacuum block, I think now that was the highest price there of the market, yeah. Now this area here was the highest place where the market was. And I was like, okay, if this is the highest place where the market is and below it we have a vacuum block, basically means this market is going to take it out. Yeah, and this was the lowest area of that market there. So I was like, okay, now if this is an higher high, we can come out to manipulate these low easy years after filling this vacuum block, so that we can now, I was basically looking for a sell momentum in the market. Yeah, now that is the basically what happened in that trade there. And afterwards, after and afterwards, so I'll be putting a screen record of the events that took place. Yeah, now afterwards I went, remember this series I'm doing it basically from this phone. This phone has magic. It has made me to achieve a lot of challenges, yeah, from flipping. So that is why I'm comfortably analyzing the markets with my phone, because bro, does not get any much better than that. Yeah, now afterwards the market almost came and almost took me out. Remember, I was risking 2% to achieve the 5% so that I can pass the second phase and call it simple, nice and easy as always. Yeah, because I remember I made a series whereby I said a lot of time is wasted in trying to pass the challenge and the evaluation phases. Yeah, so that is why as the Heistmasters, you already know, yeah, I don't have that much time to waste. I just come in with calculated risk, and a TP smashed is the case done. All right, thing. Let us continue. Yeah? Now, after some time, the market almost took me out, so it came and took the liquidity of the previous high. And now, after I'd seen that swept that wipe of the liquidity of the previous high, I was like, okay. And then we had the equal highs now, where we have a bullish candlestick, a strong one, and then a bullish one, and then a bearish one following immediately, creating a resistance at that area there where my stop loss was above. And I was like, okay, now the market, once it has taken off from this area, it has no any thing it is coming back to do at this area, because we have already made the inducement high of the day. Now we are now basically going to manipulate the lows as we are going to fill the vacuum block on the other side there. Yeah, so I was like, okay, now I'll come back after the thing has done the thing, you already know. Yeah, and then I switched my phone and went to do my other things. And then basically when I came back at now 5 to confirm whether I've been able to book the thing out of the market, this was the exact screenshot of the trades that I had taken confidently. Yeah, so I missed the one trader, one shot with just hair. Does not get any much better than that. Yeah, so basically this is how the market looks at the moment. Yeah, so this is how the market looks like at the moment. Yeah, so the market looks like this. Yeah, so I entered here, the market almost took me out on this SL, and it immediately came down to break this lows here. After now I'd seen we have broken below this lows here, the favorable thing the market was going to do was to continue pushing all the way down. Yeah, but then it had to induce more furthermore before we can have the move, because this was the initial high there. The market took it, came down, broke these areas here, and then now we had this area, and I was like, okay, now the market can come maybe to these areas here. That is where we have the last volume there, and then to continue pushing down. And I was like, okay, let us wait and see what the market has in store for us. Yeah, so after basically the market went all the way, took me out by just hair, like I don't know, I think I could have placed my stop loss on this level there. I could have been more safer, because I was risking $200. I think if I could add an extra $50 on top so that I can risk $250, I could be safe by now. And basically after the market weakening me out with just a week, the market reversed straight to my profit. And that way simple, we could have hit our $500 and passed the phase 2 like that. Yeah, in basically 2 weeks I could have passed the phase the phase 1 with one trade, one shot, and on Monday of the next week I could have now passed the second phase with one trade, one shot. But then it is what it is. At the end of the day, these are some things you'll never avoid in the market. Losing is part of the game. But then, because hypothetically, were it not for being wicked out, I could have already passed this thing. Yeah, and I've proven to people that trading is simple, nice and easy if you understand what you're doing in the market. But then some of these situations and some of these conditions are usually unavoidable, and going to the market with the mentality of my stop loss can be taken out. So let me today trade without a stop loss. The market can pack you out of the market and now blow your full account without protection. So that is why risk management is some at a time important. Yeah. So after I'd seen that, of course, I was heartbroken. I was like, bro, this was the chance to pass this thing in just under 2 weeks, bro, and prove to the Heistmasters that does not get any much better than the one trade, one shot. You already know. But then it is what it is. So we'll come back in the market. But then, hypothetically speaking, we have already passed this. So I think I will recover from the drawdown, because now this affected me emotionally, and I went on and added some few positions which came about into, I recovered the loss, but then I holded too much because one, I'm that kind of a guy who never cuts my winning trades. I usually cut short on my losing trades and I maximize on my winning trades. So does not make any sense for me to cut short on my winning trades. So I left them to run, but unfortunately the market reversed. And again, now this after this massive push to the downwards, I cut at a sniper entry from these areas here with again a 5 lots on a Nasdaq. I cut this retracement up to this area where I have a blue mark there, and then I was like, okay, now the rest of the volume is going to rise all the way up. Unfortunately enough, the market came and took me out. So I'm quite, I missed blowing that account by hair, hitting the daily loss limit, because I was carried away with emotions. Yeah, so that is why I am hypothetically I've passed this phase, but then I don't want to come again and make another video of me passing, because I've already passed. It is just a victory postponed to the next day or to just another day. And the Heistmaster, now the market has humbled me because I'm always accurate in the market. And some of the things that I've learned from this challenge is, or from my trading, is each and every time I actually take a trade from a market execution, it always goes straight to my stop loss. But each and every time I always enter the market with a pending order, I usually put the pending order where I could have put my stop loss, so that if the market comes for a stop hunt, it can enter me in the market and call it a day by smashing my take profit with the one trade, one shot, and we call it a case done. Yeah, but then it is what it is. So next time, I think gonna be hotter than lava. Does not get any much better than what we usually do on the Heistfx Academy. So I think in the next episode, remember this is episode 2 of documenting the 200k in funding journey. So next time I'll be coming here, I could have now recovered in the drawdown and of course passed the second phase, and now I'll now come trading on a live funded account. Of course, I'll share my certificate here, and does not get any much better than that. Of course, with a $36 investment, let us see how much this challenge can take us. And of course, some of these challenges that I'm trading on these prop firm spaces, because it is most of the time a prop challenge, you're using a paper money, so you can capitalize most of this trade opportunity in your live funding account. That is why I usually work with the best broker Mana Global, where I've already created my personal account, which I usually trade, which is the Just Markets, which is the best broker that I usually recommend to the Heistmasters. And of course, I've never gotten any negative feedback from any of the Heistmasters concerning the best broker Mana Global. So I was able to do some small scalps, because you already know when it comes to scalping, I'm always hotter than lava. You already know. Yeah, can you down know? You have yourself to blame, like you're in big trouble, like you down know. Yeah. Now, when you have a personal account, when you hit your profit, you can have instant profits from the market than now the pro farm account, where you need first wait for maybe 2 weeks to request for a withdrawal. Yeah. So if you want a reliable broker to use trading with the best spreads and zero commissions, and of course we have best market conditions as the ones I usually enjoy in the market, with the highest leverage of 1:3,000, you can as well sign in with my link and call it a day. Until next time, my people, panditing, peace out.